We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin. With crime on the rise nationally, lawmakers are attempting to make it even harder to put someone in jail. In most states, the felony murder statute says that if someone is killed during the commission of a crime, everyone involved in that crime is responsible for the murder. Last year, Illinois, home of one of the country's highest murder rates, changed their law. As a result, this week, a grand jury refused to bring murder charges against Travis Andrews in a December shooting that left a woman dead when she was struck by a stray bullet. During a hearing Monday, Assistant State's Attorney James Murphy said jurors returned indictments against Travis Andrews on weapons charges in the shooting, but not for murder, and cited the SAFE-T Act as the reason. The SAFE-T Act, which is their rewritten felony murder law, was designed to narrow who could be charged with the state's most serious offense, which carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 20 years in prison, to a person alleged to be directly responsible for committing the murder. Melinda Crump, age 54, was walking to buy lottery tickets on December 18th when she was struck in the abdomen by a bullet. Andrews, 26, was charged with Crump's murder in January and ordered held without bail, even though prosecutors didn't accuse him of firing the bullet that killed her. Instead, prosecutors argued Andrews was responsible for Crump's death because he started a shootout. Andrews allegedly told detectives he had gone to Austin to buy marijuana when someone in the dealer's car threatened his girlfriend. Andrews got a .38 caliber revolver from his mother's house and later fired it at someone he saw standing a block away. That person, who hasn't been identified, fired back at Andrews, and shell casings found where they had been standing matched the bullet that killed Crump, according to prosecutors. Despite the claim that Andrews' girlfriend was threatened, self-defense statutes don't apply here because he went to get a gun, came back, and fired well after any threat to his girlfriend was over. Of course, Illinois isn't the only place having problems with progressive lawmakers keeping crime rates up. Democratic New York Mayor Eric Adams hit a brick wall Wednesday as he implored the legislature for modest fixes to the state's disastrous criminal justice reforms. His pleas fell on deaf ears. Adams faced off with Assemblywoman Latrice Walker, a Democrat from Brooklyn, who arrogantly and wrongly accused him of adopting the rhetoric of anti-black racists and challenged him to debate the impact of bail reform on crime rates. He told her to take her debate to the bereaved families of crime victims, including a slain 11-month-old and 2 NYPD detectives so recently mourned at St. Patrick's. Then he hit her with some facts. The number of perps with gun charges released on bail nearly tripled from 41 in 2019 to 117 in 2021, he noted. Those out on homicide-related gun charges more than doubled from 15 in 2019 to 40 in 2021. From 2018 to 2020, The number arrested and rearrested for a violent felony within a year almost doubled from 6.5% to 12%. Despite polls showing that Americans overwhelmingly support the police and want increased police presence in their communities, particularly in communities of color, progressives keep pushing back. Representative Cori Bush, Democrat from Missouri, is refusing to back away from the Defund the Police slogan, despite pushback from members of her own party who fear political consequences from its use. The Progressive Squad member keeps doubling down on her commitment to defund the police, which comes amid growing concern about the 2022 midterm election among members of the Democratic Party. The Defund the Police movement has led to many disappointing results in the 2020 election, and many Democrats fear the 2022 election will be worse. So-called progressives who continue to attempt to defund the police are making our streets and lives more dangerous. Moderate Democrats are going so far as to allow checks written to the police to be tax deductible in order to help replace much-needed funding. Democratic mayors across the country are attempting to reverse course, but are being held back by their progressive colleagues. When Republicans, independents, and moderate Democrats are all united on refunding the police, it becomes obvious who is responsible for the rising crime wave. That's the raw, naked truth. If you have a topic you'd like us to look into, you can contact us at xvadio.com/connect. You can also find all of our episodes as well as the rest of the Xvadio podcast network at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.